Welcome in to the first episode of this podcast / YouTube channel.
Yes.
Crease Hockey Talk. I'm Nick Perez alongside
Kyle Driscoll.
And we have our other third man of the show, Bobby Hill, in the background somewhere. He's not here. He's supposed to be right here somewhere, but he's not
He's
here.
over there.
Right here.
He is over there.
Anyways.
I'm going to point to him like I'm President Obama. He is over there.
Anyways, we're talking about our upcoming upcoming show for the day. We have Quinville. We got Kane. Oh, it's Quinn for now. It's Kane. Oh my God. See, why did you say that?
It's killing me.
All right.
I can only listen to that so much.
I can listen to it all the way through. I like it. Fucking idiot.
You ready this time?
Yeah. Okay. Are we going to stop it?
Yeah. I love that bullhorn, don't you?
No.
Oh, you don't. You're Ducks fan. Hey, listen up, guys. CreaseHockey.com coming in for the first podcast / YouTube channel. I'm Nick Perez, alongside
Kyle Driscoll.
Bobby Hill is our third man. He's supposed to be over here, but he's not. He's behind the scenes today. He's not
Over
feeling
there.
too good today. Just hanging out. He's a good sport, though. He's still here. Take that, I guess. Anyways, we got a good show for you guys today.
I believe he's vomiting over there right
We are talking Joel Quinville, Kane, the Justin Keith incident, and Kadri incident. We got John Scott coming back up. And
We got Ducks,
and
Kings, leapfrogging.
Boston and Wings.
Leapfrogging.
That that's good. Yeah, that's what we got
And happy opening day to all of our listeners today.
for baseball.
Yes.
So you know what that means, right? Baseball is upon us. Now playoffs are going to be upon us now.
Playoffs are
It's always a
upon us.
good mix-up. That's the always got to
Are you going to grow a beard for playoffs?
I am. I'm starting right now, actually.
Oh, that doesn't count. You can't do that until the first day of
No,
playoffs.
I did it
Technically, opening
for
day
my
was
beer league.
yesterday.
It does count. My beer league, it does count.
Bobby, shut up.
Technically, it was yesterday.
Anyways, first up, Joel
also-
Quinville.
Also,
Do you want to go ahead? Go ahead.
yes, please. You were talking about growing your beard. I cannot grow a beard. I have multiple scars on my chin from an incident when I was a child. Kevin or Bobby knows about these incidents.
Bobby beat him up as a kid.
No, he didn't. I just slipped running on a pool deck when you should not slide and busted my chin 3 different times. I now cannot
6
grow a
times.
beard fully, so I'm going to grow a mustache. Grew one last. We will post a picture. I grew one last playoffs, and it was magnificent.
If you guys want to grow mustaches with Kyle, comment below. Keep us updated. Follow us on Twitter, too. We'll put the handle up pretty soon.
Post pictures of your mustache and playoff beards.
Yes, and tag us. Like I said, later on, we'll have it up
He's-
there
He's growing a dick.
somewhere.
Man.
Anyways, first up, Joel Quinville, the man. What
The
can we
myth
say? What,
and the legend.
what can we? That's Scotty Bowman, but he's second behind him. What can we say about Joel Quinville? The guy is native of Windsor, Ontario. Has been on tear lately with the Hawks. He's coach for St. Louis, Colorado, and now the Hawks. Like I said,
3 cups in 5 years.
3 cups, 5 years, 800 wins. This guy last night with the help of Patrick Kane and his hat trick. But what can we say about this guy? He's one of the best coaches, and you've seen he's not a guy that doesn't stand back.
Nope.
He lets you know what's going on.
And if you need to get your ass chewed out, you're going to get your ass
You're
chewed
gonna.
out.
And he let the ref knows. He wants the
Salad
refs to know
tossed.
that you can't take that.
Yes, Bobby, you will get your salad tossed by Joe Quinville.
So,
Or Patrick Kane at that.
congrats to Joel for that. Now let's talk about another Blackhawk, a player now. Patrick Kane.
Blackhawk.
What can we say about this guy? I'm not a fan. Big
I'm not a fan. I'm
Bobby,
a
are you
fan.
a fan? I didn't think so.
Not a fan of the Blackhawks.
I'm not a fan of Patrick Kane, but I'm a fan of Jeremy Stylish Roenick. That's who I am a fan of.
And the
Yeah.
last person did 100 points in that uniform,
Jeremy Roenick.
Jerry Roenick. 107
So-
points, 93-94 season. But
a wise man once told me records are meant to be broken. So Jeremy, your record was great,
you're going down.
but your record just went down the shitter.
And the last American to hit the 100-point mark was Doug Waite in 95-96
Wow.
with 104 points.
You know what they
Keep
have in
that in
common?
mind now. They're American.
Hockey Hall of Fame.
Oh, there you go. So that means Patrick Kane looks like he might be
And
headed
being
that way.
citizens of the greatest country on the planet.
Yes, that is very, very true. But Patrick Kane, though, kudos to him last night for getting the 100-point mark. And the last person to do it in the NHL was Sid the Kid, which we also
Doesn't
call him.
really care.
Yeah.
Cry, baby.
Cry, yeah.
Cry, baby, cry.
In the 13-14 season. So kudos to him.
Ryan boy.
And that's it. That's
You know what I wonder is, what did Pierre get Sid when he hit that mark? What kind of a present did he get?
Steak dinner. I guarantee you steak dinner.
A scented candle.
Do you believe
And
it was
scented
a
candles,
cock meat sandwich?
I can't say that. Alright, let's cut it.
You can't say that.
You want to see cock meat sandwich on the radio?
It's not the radio. It's on YouTube.
Still.
People say way worse things on YouTube. Am I
Alright,
right?
taking a break. Our first break.
Go ahead and comment
We'll
below.
be right back. We're back.
We are.
We're back. That break was brought to you by
Beer.
beer.
Full swing out.
He's in the house tonight playing for us as we speak. You guys hear that? He came to California to come take a visit just for us.
I'm being told that he is not.
He's not here.
He's not here. We do
Yeah,
not
Cass,
have a
is he
budget
here?
for
No.
posting them.
Negative, he's not here. But he's playing in the background somehow. I don't know how it works.
It's called Bluetooth, apparently.
Bluetooth, what I've been told.
Bluetooth.
It's
And
cool.
it was brought to you by beer.
By beer. So we're back now. We're bringing up something big, I think, in the news. I think it's big. The Canadians just recalled John Scott from the St. John Ice Caps. The St. John Scott, an all-star game that was badmouthed by Milbury, JR, and a bunch of haters. What can I say about this guy?
John Scott is a living legend.
He's a legend. I think he's one of the, one of the most humble guys. Like, he's got his head on his shoulders. He's a great guy off the ice. On the ice, he's obviously not one of the best players, but he just plays a game. And he tries. He doesn't ever give up. He tries. And he's a fighter, and I would never want to fight that guy. So nothing bad to that guy ever.
It's like trying to drop gloves to George Barros. Don't do it.
No, don't do it. Never. I wouldn't recommend it. So,
Bobby, you would not do that.
Bobby would. All
It
right.
would be a pretty hysterical fight.
It would be.
It would be pretty quick, though, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. So John Scott got recalled from Montreal. He's got 27 games this year, 2 goals and 2 assists. It's not bad. 85.
Not to mention all-star MVP.
And that's an AHL. Yes. 85 PIMs. Pretty good. So without his whole career, he's played 285 games. That's a lot of games for an NHL player who's a fighter, traditionally. He's got 11 points. He's got 5 goals.
Yep.
And 542 PIMs.
Yep.
Wouldn't want to fight this guy. Just saying.
Probably not.
So,
Fuck you, whoever just honked.
congrats, John Scott, being recalled. Hopefully you get, time up there and play a few games before season ends. And hopefully you will see more of you next season. What can we say?
Yeah.
Yep, okay. Move on now to our next segment. The Malarkey Minute. My favorite segment. Kyle's yours? No?
That's my favorite
Okay, good. Malarkey Minute.
category we have.
And there's a bunch of malarkey going on in the last few weeks, and I think it's malarkey. Let's talk about something milder right now. Duncan Keith.
Guy's a joke.
I think, what's this guy thinking? He's going to take a guy's head off.
And I know
Broken nose.
we had talked about it prior.
We did.
I honestly thought it was going to be It was going to
10
be
games?
I thought it was going to be it. I thought he was going to get the rest of the regular season and the rest of playoffs.
And jail time.
I don't think about jail time.
If you're in Montreal, maybe.
If you're in Montreal, probably, but where it happened, the incident happened, he wasn't going to get jail time.
Keith killed the guy. Bless you, Bobby Hill in the background.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Keith killed the guy. He almost took a guy's head off.
I believe he has Ray Lewis somebody in the back of the limousine at one point.
Yes.
But
With that suspension, though,
I had a lot of respect for Chris Pronger going into this suspension,
but he's been
lost a lot of respect for that man.
He's been suspended before, a couple times.
Yeah.
And he got 5 games before that,
His rap sheet is
and he got 6 games in this time. And
long.
I don't. We can talk about the Carter incident. We can talk about the what was it? The Goudreau incident.
Yes.
He didn't get suspended for that one.
Nope.
He's just. Bobby Hill's leaving the building. Bobby, thank you for your acquaintance today, or your showing.
Feel better, buddy.
Dude, guys.
All right.
Saw, dude.
Might be back in a little bit.
All right. So, Keith still.
Yeah.
Keith, yeah.
Before that interruption.
That guy, I don't know what he's thinking. I just think the NHL should maybe get down a little stronger. On
Obviously, he's not going
suspensions.
to try and appeal the suspension. Just serve the 6. He's going to miss one playoff game.
Yes, that's it. That's it. 3 more. There's a player from the OHL got suspended 12 games for a hit. Not a slash, not a hit. Got 12 games. The NHLPA, not NHLPA, sorry, the NHL, just, they don't, why aren't they cracking down? I don't get it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand Chris Pronger. I don't understand their thinking with the suspension.
No idea. Yeah, so that's what our call on Keith.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Go back to it. Horkoff got suspended using
Drugs.
substance he wasn't allowed to get back from a injury. Didn't know it wasn't allowed in the league until he got tested and he failed his test. But yet he got a 22-game suspension. Duncan Keith lays on his back and wrecks Chris Coyle's face. Just wrecks his face. If you haven't seen the video, look the video up. Chris Coyle's nose looks like the longest yard. That's what it looks like. It's caved in and it's hooked, blood squirting. I mean, that's like finding OJ with the bloody knife. Like, give the guy his suspension he deserves. Not the one that he got.
So now let's talk about Kadri. Nazem Kadri. What was he thinking against Luke Glendening of the Red Wings? Cross-checks him in the neck on Saturday night's contest. It was bad.
It was scary.
And he got 4 games for that. I don't think it was as bad as Keith, but he still got 4 games and Keith got 6 games. How come that doesn't make sense to me at all? It's well deserved by Kadri because his rap sheet lately has just been atrocious of the stuff he's been doing. He's been diving, been taking cheap shots.
I'd like to make note, he just flipped the page to an empty page and just got lost.
I went to a wrong page, but I'm bringing up everything on Kadri's rap sheet. October 13th, 2013, against the Oilers, when he dove, and that same month he dove again against who was that? I don't know who it was. I didn't put down who it was. Anyways, just a lot of stuff lately. And Erickson against in Boston, we cross-checked him twice.
Yes.
After the game, it just goes on and on. I don't get this guy. I don't know what he's trying to think. He was playing for a team like the Maple Leafs. I'm not, of course I'm on the shirt, but I'm just not I like all the teams. I'm just saying, I think when you're playing in Toronto, the biggest hockey spot there is, no room for that. And when Coach Mike Babcock, one of the most respected coaches in the league, and they're doing that stuff, I don't know why Babcock's not doing this guy. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's not there next year in Toronto.
Yeah, he'll be there.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean,
because you know what? They've been doing good this year, rebuilding and getting rid of players. Just get them out. Like Kessel, they got rid of Kessel. They got rid of Dion.
I think he's gonna be all right.
When you want to rebuild, you got to start kind of from the bottom. Edmonton, that's their problem. They're not doing that. We'll get Edmonton later on. So that's our rant on Kadri now. On Kadri.
Yep.
Now, last one of the Monarchy Minute is Jason Chimera from the Capitals.
Yes.
You didn't see it.
I did not.
I saw it. I think everybody, the whole building of Philly saw it. Icing goes down. He's racing down to get it against Gostisbehere, the ghost from Philly. And it was called icing, so they kind of just skated by each other, puts his butt end out, and noms him right in the side like that. Just why? Why? I know it's,
Why didn't you just do that to me?
It's exactly. Yeah,
exactly.
Why? I don't understand the rookie coming. I think it's a rookie, one of the best players, but you know what? You gotta keep players like that kind of safe because you want faces like that to bring you money into this league. And Jason Chimera has been one of the best players this year, I think, on the Capitals. I don't know, top 5, I think, of his abilities of being a grinder, but being very significant in their wins this year. And he just goes and do that. I don't think that they need that kind of stuff in Washington this year if they want to win the Cup.
Nope. They can't have it.
That's our rant, I think, for Larky Minute. Let's see something else.
No, that's it.
That's it. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Summertime is finally here.
You hear that, folks? Kane Taylor said it right. Summertime is finally here. In California, at least.
It's actually spring.
But in California, it's always summertime, right?
You know what springtime means, Nick?
Playoff hockey.
Playoff hockey, playoff beards, and a hell of a fan atmosphere.
And you know what, though? The only bad part about playoffs is one person will be playing in it. At least for the first few rounds, at least.
Yeah.
Steven Stamkos. That's a bummer. I think it sucks for the guy who might
it's a horrible loss.
Who might be leaving the actual state of Florida to play in Ontario, maybe. That's the word around the water cooler. But do you think he's played the last game in a Tampa Bay uniform?
I really hope not.
I feel like
he's iconic when you think about the Tampa Bay Lightning.
He really is. There's been many players like Cavalier and St. Louis, but he's now taken over that spotlight, I feel like, and he's the number one guy that probably will maybe play for them. Anyway, let's talk about him. Steven Stamkos out 1 to 3 months. That's a big timeline for a blood clot in his arm. Unfortunately, that's bad news. That's dangerous news. So he'll make a full recovery though and be able to play again. That's what the doctors say. That's a good thing. And now that they have a hole now going to playoffs, right? Yes, Tampa Bay has a hole now.
Yeah, a pretty big hole. This is
with the guys that aren't playing up their expectations.
Big one to try and fill.
Like Tyler Johnson hasn't had his best year this year. We all know that. But guess what? They're in playoffs. And what guy do you call up, Kyle?
Do they call up Drew?
Do they call up Druin? The guy's made a mess of himself this year. You can say a mess because he left the Syracuse Crunch, the AHL team.
Yep.
Just left. I don't think you'd do that. Not a smart choice. Other day on the Hockey Night in Canada panel, Kelly Rudy said he would not bring him up to play in playoffs. I think personally, though, you do because you need goal scoring, right?
You need something if you're Tampa Bay. If you don't want to fail.
Yes. And Druin's been suspended already from the Lightning, but I think Yzerman is smart enough to say, hey, look, we're going to playoffs. We want to win a cup. You bring whatever you need to bring in to score goals.
They're pretty much self-destructed.
Yes. But look at Druin this year. 17 games in the AHL, 11 goals, and 2 assists.
Yep.
-9, not very good. But he's got 11 goals in 17 games. And I think a guy like that you need to bring up. So, Yzerman, you might want to think about bringing the kid up. That's their Stamkos right there and Druin talk.
Let's keep it in the state of Florida. Let's
talk about the Panthers. That game against the Devils.
Silver Fox mullet of Jaromir Jagr is going to the Stanley Cup playoffs in 2016.
You can't keep that mullet out of the playoffs.
I don't think so. I mean, you and I were texting when it happened.
Yes.
And you said the exact same thing. You cannot keep the mullet out of playoffs.
You can't do that.
And I'm excited. I'm excited to see Jagr in the playoffs. I'm excited for the Florida Panthers organization.
And
yeah, excited to see them play, man. I'm excited to see what they got. Because, honestly, the East hasn't really shown too much.
The East has been all right. I mean, compared to the Capitals, of course. That's one of the hardest in the East.
But I feel like if the Panthers can get through first, second round, they can meet the Washington Capitals
in the
conference final.
In the Metro, it's going to be hard to beat those teams, though. And then you have Washington, Pittsburgh, New York, Flyers maybe, and the Islanders are all stacked teams compared to these Florida teams, and maybe even Detroit and Boston. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean,
it's going to be tough, but I think they can pull it off with the experience they have, with Lou being in the Cup final, Jagr winning a Cup. Those guys might be the extra helpers, I think.
And that was a great segue into our next segment.
Well, let's go back to the Panthers. They played New Jersey last Friday, I believe it was, and they gave out 10,000 rats.
I believe 10,000 rats. 10,000
rats. The first people that walked into the building. So you get a little rubber rat. And what do you think with people getting a rubber rat? And in tradition in Florida is the rat. That's when they went to the Stanley Cup finals.
Yes.
They lost fortunately in '96. They have a mascot that's a rat. So what are you gonna do when they score a goal? You're gonna throw the rat. And they didn't think about that. Hey, let's give out a free rat. Maybe they might not throw it. Who knows? That's when you give something like that. You leave it for the end of the game, for after the game. And the announcers of Florida were saying, "Oh, it was all the New Jersey fans." No, it wasn't. No, it was not. There wasn't that many fans there at the start. So every goal they scored were rats, and they got 2 penalties for that. and it's now a rule in the NHL rulebook now. That's if you throw a rat on the ice, that's a rule.
Wow.
You get a penalty. That's
Wow.
I mean multiple rats. It's kind of like Detroit and Octopus.
If that's a penalty, what happened to Duncan Keith's suspension? That's what I think about you, NHL.
It's a good point. All right.
So,
Let's-
moving on
from that.
You started to speak on the Red Wings Bruins flip flop.
So Red Wings Bruins flip flop. I'm a Wings fan. I have two teams, the Kings and the Wings.
My dad's a Bruins fan.
And I like Boston. I like the way they play. They just have dug themselves in a hole now.
They're my East Coast team. I love their physicality. Zdeno Chara,
It's unreal.
Zdeno Chara throwing his big 7-foot body around.
And you have little Krug who throws that body around too. And that
absolutely.
Guy's got 38 assists on the year. I love
Marchand.
I mean, Bergeron is one of the best two-way players I think in the game. Besides
Valesky will just Datsuk.
Well, no, I'm talking about
Are we talking about both teams?
I'm talking about Bergeron and Datsuk being the same exact players. I'm saying about, but
okay.
of course on Boston, yes, of course, Valesky's made a name for himself now, leaving the Ducks on this Boston team. Many Boston players, though, just these last few games have just been down at the wrong time.
Yep.
And that's why Detroit's taking over that third spot in the Atlantic. Do you think it stays? Do you think Boston stays in, or Detroit keeps it, or Boston come in?
Honestly, it's so flip-flop, I think it's going to come down to the last game.
Because when Detroit...
So it's going to come down to Sunday.
When Peter Mrazek lost his spot, his number one spot, to Howard now, I believe, because he was actually named starter like 2 weeks ago. What happened to that? He got pulled 5 times in the last 16 games. So I believe Howard will be going into playoffs if they make the playoffs. That's a little different, I believe, for naming a starter.
Not important.
We had a phone call.
It was from an 860 area code, so if you're calling me from an 860 area code,
Don't
you're
call.
probably a telemarketer.
Yep.
So.
All right, Detroit Bruins.
Don't call me.
We're done with that. Detroit, we'll talk about. Maybe if the Wings don't do well this year, Datsuk might be leaving the KHL. Who knows? I just think that's the wrong thing to do if he leaves Detroit for how much money he makes and leaving them with that contract.
Yep.
It's one of the bad things we can do. All right, switching gears now to the West Coast, to the
West Coast, the best coast.
Ducks and the Kings. What can we say about these two teams right here? This is the Battle of California.
The Battle of Southern California.
Which we all know. We all know that the Sharks are going to stay in third at this point. Ducks and the Kings are flip-flopping. Who's going to play the Sharks in the first round? Or who's going to play Nashville in the first round? Who do you think takes... I know you're a Ducks fan, but who do you think takes this spot?
Honestly, I don't care if the Ducks get first or second. Honestly, I'm a little biased because I want to play Nashville. I want to see the carry cams.
Really?
I want to see the carry cams.
Carry cams, of course. So
but I want to limit those carry cams, from like maybe 8 in a series to maybe like 3. But I wouldn't mind seeing Carrie like on like the kiss cam or something, and I'm sitting next to her. If it happens, it happens. Am I right?
If you have next sheet, he's calling you.
Hey.
All right. So the Ducks play the Jets.
Tell your husband we can drop gloves anytime.
The Ducks play the Jets, Kings, Colorado, and the Caps at the end of the season. And the last game, they're going on the road to Colorado and then into Washington. That'll be
the Washington game is the makeup from February, I believe. When there was a blizzard. Blizzard. And then the Kings' remaining games are the Canucks, Calgary, the Ducks, and the Jets. So 3 not so good Canadian teams and 1 good team of the Ducks. So I think those not so good teams are those. That's the sleepers.
They are the sleepers, and that's why you have these young guys coming in fighting for spots, and they want to make a name for themselves. That's like the Ducks lost to Vancouver the other night, which they shouldn't have. Well, and the game winner, Emerson, good man up in Long Beach, my buddy, shove it in the Ducks' faces by getting the game winner. Thanks for trading me. See you later.
Sorry, Emerson. We still love you, buddy.
He still scored a game-winning goal, so that's
I still
slap
love you,
in the face of the Ducks organization. Sorry,
I didn't want you to go. I didn't want you or Smith Pelly to go. I love you guys.
So with these remaining games, I believe that it's going to come down to the wire. I really think.
Well, honestly,
4 games remaining each. It's going to be tough. I really think it's going to be tough. I think that the Kings might come on top because now they're on playoff mode. But
unless you ask Bobby Hill, he says hashtag start Enron.
start Enroth. Get that trending now. If you guys are watching this, go on Twitter and just write hashtag start Enroth, which is never going to happen in the league and playoffs because Quick's won 2 cups. Why would you ever start a guy? I mean,
What if he
never
gets
won a
hurt?
cup.
What if he shows up drunk?
You don't say that. Not
He
bringing
shows
that
up
now.
drunk anywhere else.
A little bit.
True story. Jonathan Quick pooped in my friend's bathroom.
Did he really?
He did.
Yeah, that's what you want to tell us?
One of my friends lives on the Strand in Redondo Beach, Hermosa Beach area, and the Kings players all live down there. They were
Yes.
having the parade down the Strand, and when the bubble guts call, you gotta find a toilet. And
So y'all Quick, if you're out there
Quick
watching this,
jumped right off and went inside the house and dropped a load.
did he charge Quick for this? I would have
No.
charged him.
I mean, it's pretty cool.
Is he a Kings fan or Ducks fan? Your friend?
I would have unlocked the door and taken a selfie. Like, dude,
Okay.
Quick is pooping in my bathroom.
Yeah, or just, yeah.
Poop emoji, crown
Poop
emoji,
emoji, crown emoji.
trophy
That's a good
emoji.
one. So next time you're
Winning.
in Hermosa Beach, you need a house there.
If you live
Keep
on the
the door
Strand,
locked.
Hermosa Street, Hermosa Beach,
Keep it unlocked because Quick when we come at your door trying to take a dump. Deuces.
post the picture if he does. Tag us in the picture.
We're taking a break real quick. We'll be back in about 2 seconds, so don't go anywhere. Alright, Kyle, we're back
And we're back.
for Crease Hockey Talk. A quick commercial for you guys out there.
Brought to you by beer
And brought to you by Hell of a Night.
and
Best of
hockey.
And hockey. Hockey. What do you expect, hockey? What a great sport it is. Alright, speaking of hockey, since we're a hockey show, playoffs are soon up next week. Or 2 weeks, I believe. Hockey brackets.
Next week, actually.
It is next week, it's right, yes.
Next Wednesday.
Hockey brackets are coming out now.
Yep.
We're going to do our own bracket. If you guys want to join us, you can go ahead and follow us on Twitter at Crease Hockey Talk. Or at Crease 25, sorry.
Yeah.
At Crease
Get it together,
25.
kids.
I'll figure it out right now.
Rookies.
We are going to do this really good this year. We're going to have a whole team bracket, family bracket,
Okay.
like a bunch of us.
Okay.
And we're going to have a $10 buy-in.
Okay.
Do you think that's nice?
That's good. I like that.
So at Crease 25, you can't see it.
Can't
You
see
can't
it.
see it. So
Can't see
anyway,
it. So get
at
it together.
Crease 25.
Get it together, rookie.
Crease, and at 25 at the end, you have our Twitter handle.
Yep.
At
At Crease 25 on Twitter.
All right, so bracket challenge. If you guys want to join us, you can. You can comment below or tweet us, inbox us. We'll follow you back, of course.
I'm at Kyle Driscoll on Twitter.
I'm at. I don't even know what mine is. I think mine's PK Pretzel.
I don't know. Just follow him at
Follow
Crease
Crease,
25.
Yeah, I'm the handler guy, unfortunately.
Get it to
All right, so we're talking about
I'll keep him on
brackets.
stage.
I want to just, I think it'll be a hard bracket this year because last year my bracket, I took Washington to win it all, and the finals was St. Louis and Washington. And that worked out really bad for me last year. Who was your final pick last year?
The Ducks.
Of course the Ducks.
They almost made it. I had a pretty good bracket going up until Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals when I knew I was going to lose.
Will you pick the Ducks this year to win it all?
I might. The West is looking a little softer.
So maybe we'll give you 2 brackets in, like a real bracket, and then your dream bracket, of course, the
Well,
Ducks.
Well, no.
A real
Honestly,
and a
my
great.
real bracket's going to look the same because I honestly think the West is looking softer. The West is looking softer
Yeah.
than previous years.
I don't think the West is going to win this year. I hate to say it.
I don't think the East is going to win this year. I think the East looks soft.
I think the East
You
is gonna
cannot
win.
you cannot expect Washington to come through.
I expect, I don't know, I think,
That's like asking Anaheim to win a Game 7.
but the Penguins are looking
Not gonna
really,
happen.
Penguins looking really good, and so are the Panthers.
Penguins always look good until the playoffs. When Sid the Kid can't get away with
But they're going to play New
Bullshit.
York, and they're in a dummy New York. That's my word right there, I'll tell you right now. That's my first one. They're a dummy New
You
York.
better hope so.
Or, New York Rangers, not Islanders, Rangers. All right, since we're the co-host, or the host of this show, I'm the main guy, of course. He's my handler.
We're
co-host.
main guys.
We're main guys.
We're main guys.
We're main guys. All right.
We got Bobby Hill behind the scenes over here.
I don't know what he's doing, but he's our behind-the-scenes guy.
Get it together, rookie.
We should have a Twitter account
He's got
for
a bunch of
behind-the-scene guy. Or
Behind the
just
scenes, Bobby.
Behind the scenes Bobby.
I
There
like
we go.
it.
Behind the scenes Bobby.
Follow Bobby on Twitter at Behind the Scenes Bobby.
So I don't think you can do that long name though, can you?
Yeah,
We'll figure it out. We'll let you guys know what the actual
What about,
Twitter
like,
name is.
That has one from Nigeria.
Okay, touche.
All right.
Fair enough.
Like,
All right.
boom, click,
Since
click.
we are
Boom. Got one in
the host of the
Nigeria.
show, we want you guys to know more about us.
Yep.
We have hockey knowledge, of course. I played hockey for 18 years or plus,
I've been his friend for like 18
and
years
he's a
plus.
big hockey follower. So he knows he lives off my stories. So that's why he's
I
that good.
don't live off your stories.
Yes, you do. You
I
always,
mean,
you always
we've
call
been-
me at night.
We've been friends for years.
Touche. All right. So we are in rapid
Been
fire
around for a
now.
lot of stories.
Rapid fire questions now.
Shoot for it.
I'll go first. Kyle, favorite team,
And I'm Ducks.
favorite player.
40 out.
When you're not doing this show, what do you like to eat? What's your favorite food out there?
Wings.
Wings. Are you a hot guy, a mild guy, or is it just a plain naked wing?
I can do both.
Because naked wing is just a waste of a wing.
I can do both. I can do hot and I can do mild. Either one.
Will
It
you be
depends what I'm
dunking
in
this chicken wing in a bucket of ranch or blue cheese?
the
Or neither.
I don't do either.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for
I just
you.
like the good spice.
I like a bucket of ranch. As you can tell a little bit. Anyways, beer or whiskey?
Beer. Both. Let's do both.
Okay, both. Guess Hoff or Perry? I know you're Ducks fan, so.
Let's say Scory Perry.
Oh, jeez. Get this guy a nap because he's about to be done.
Are we done? Are we talking goals? Are we talking apples?
Just in general, it's a nice person.
Oh.
Then guess Hoff or
Neither.
Okay.
Neither.
Okay.
I've met both of them. Neither are nice
Alright.
people.
Flurry or quick?
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Neither. I hate both teams.
But you got to pick a goalie to go in the playoffs with as a coach. Who you gonna pick?
I'm going Quick. If I'm coaching the team and Quick is my guy,
Then you're going for him.
and we're going to playoffs, we're going Quick.
All right. Favorite hockey moment that you've seen on TV?
Timu Solani, standing ovation, end of the game 7 versus the Kings, Stanley Cup playoffs. Standing ovation. Both teams stayed out. Kings didn't even celebrate. They shook hands. Every player stopped and hugged him as he cried, knowing that he was playing his last game in the NHL.
That's one of the coolest things.
There wasn't a dry eye in the arena. There wasn't a dry eye watching that game. I remember taking a picture of the TV. I tried to be there. I could not afford to be there. I remember taking a picture to post on Instagram, and I just remember tears streaming down my face. Timu is such a great guy. He's such an iconic figure in the sport.
Yeah.
And just a franchise player. He is what you want your kids to grow up to be.
Oh, yeah.
He is the best role model, and
He really is.
he's a great guy. He's extremely missed on the team, and I love seeing him when I can at the games. He's always willing to stop and talk and just
All right, you're cut off now.
be a good person.
Suppose rapid fire is supposed to be.
Go ahead.
I was bringing up. No, I was saying quickly that hockey is the best sport because once a guy retires, everybody shakes hands with him, and they say a great career no matter who. Like Ryan Smith too wasn't a player like Team Solani, but when he took his last lap at Rexall, I almost cried too because that was one of the coolest things. He took his last lap, he was bawling tears, and the Canucks stayed out and shook his hand no matter who they were. The rest did. Everything was one of the coolest things. That's the great thing about this sport is everybody respects everybody no matter what.
That's
you
the
do.
great thing about playoffs is you're going to go hard for, whether it be 4 games or 7 games, you're going to go hard for those games.
Yeah.
And you're going to drop gloves. You're going to take penalties. You're going to throw bodies. You're going to
Talk trash.
Yeah, you're going to just talk, and at the end of that series, you're going to stop and you're going to shake hands and congratulate the winner.
Yeah. Unless you're Milan Lucic, we're just going on topic against the.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways,
Sorry,
last question for you: favorite actress, your crush.
Mila Kunis.
Mila Kunis.
Yeah.
In those Jack or Jim Beam commercials. Not bad.
I told you I like whiskey.
Yeah, there you go. All right. That's my questions. Now you know Kyle a little better. Now it's time to know me, I guess.
All right. So, Nick, let's go favorite team.
Third team. I'm saying 2. The Kings and the Wings, of course. I can pick 2. This is my show.
Player?
Our show. I'd pick both. Favorite player. You know what? I've said Scott Stevens, but you know what? Recently, it's just been Drew Doughty, one of the most dynamic players and at playing defense. I play defense. That's why he's one of the best.
Okay. Years playing hockey.
Years playing hockey. I've played for about, I think it's almost been almost 18, 19 years now I've played hockey.
That's most of our listeners.
Yes.
Age.
Yes, it is.
Teams you played for, or players you played with.
Players I've played with. NHL players, right?
Yes.
Just
NHL or AHL, whichever.
Matt Nieto, Emerson Edom, Rocco Grimaldi, Jack Campbell, played with him.
Okay.
Nick Bukestad, played with him at a tryout. Played against Brandon Saad. I played against
some big guys.
I
There's
played
some
with,
cup winners in there.
I played with Tyler Seguin for a couple summers.
There's cup guys in there. I just want all of our listeners to know, all of our followers to know, those are Stanley Cup winners. Those are big guys.
My coach in St. Louis was Gino Cavallini. He played with Lanny McDonald in Calgary. Coached the Blues for a while, and his brother Cavallini, Paul Cavallini, he played for the Stars, and he was the opening. He actually roomed with Mike Modano, I believe, when he first came in the league. Modano, of course, is one of the iconic USA players there is.
I'm going to go best drunk story.
Best drunk story? I want to say meeting, who did I say the singer was again?
Eastern Corbin.
Easton Corbin. That was my drunk story. I met that guy before. Easton, I like your stuff. We actually didn't watch your show at our school. We just got drunk together after at the hockey house.
There it is.
And that was iconic to my drunk story.
Food.
Favorite food? I'm a big seafood guy. Sushi. I like the raw fish. Just love it.
He loves the raw fish.
I love raw fish. I
love ladies. And favorite beer? Beer and whiskey.
Favorite beer, I will have to say is Busch Light. Not Busch Bavarian. Busch Light.
Wow.
Yes, Busch Light. Cheap beer is really good. Okay. Tasty. It's like,
and whiskey.
Favorite whiskey is his name's Jack, and he goes.
Are you gonna go Jack? I'm Jamie.
No,
go Uncle Jamie.
Jack Daniels is one of the best whiskeys there is. It used to be Fireball, but then I grew up. We'll say that.
You took the tampon out.
I did.
Congratulations, buddy.
All right, thank you. All right, so you know what? I think that's going to wrap our first show.
All right.
Is that wrap our first show?
That's it.
Did you have fun today?
I had
fun. Did you guys have fun? If you guys follow us now on this, watch this video, go and follow us on Twitter, please. At CrossCrease25. We were supposed to get a marker. We didn't get one, though.
Yeah.
So, at CrossCrease25, we are the biggest hockey thing now, I believe. We can be. Do you think so?
I think we are.
We are. We know our facts. We know our stuff.
NHL Live, I'm coming for your jobs.
We play hockey.
Mike Milbury, you're going to be fired soon.
Hear that? Calling you out. We don't represent any teams here. We love all hockey teams. That's why I'm wearing a Leafs shirt. I'm wearing a Kansas City Scouts hockey hat.
Shout out to Sam and Bring Hockey Back.
Thanks for
Follow
going on
them
the show.
at Bring Hockey Back. Thanks for coming on the show. Cross Crease Hockey Talk on KCTY Radio.
And I think that's it for our show. Signing off, Cross Crease Hockey Talk podcast. I'm Nick Perez.
I'm Kyle Driscoll.
We'll see you guys very, very soon.